Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Brooke's broken heart is repaired by Nick Marone. According to spoilers for the upcoming 3 weeks of The Bold and the Beautiful, which run from June 2nd to June 20th, Nick Marone will make a comeback for Brooke Logan's tale about mending her shattered heart. Brooke will begin to lose hope for her reunion with Ridge Forrester while Hope Logan and Carter Walton continue to celebrate their engagement. That should make Brooke depressed and reevaluate her future, but she's in for a major surprise. Originally, Jack Wagner was scheduled to return to his role as Nick Marone on June 13th, however, the show's scheduling was disrupted by a preemption. With Nick's thrilling return, B&B will begin the week of June 16th to 20th, as Wagner's first airdate should now be June 16th. Nick is Brooke's ex-boyfriend, so they're ready to get back together and make Ridge envious. When Brooke pulls back toward Nick, will Ridge feel pressured to defend her? Ridge may find it difficult to hold back from Brooke once there is competition for her affections, even though he is devoted to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, the upcoming 3 weeks will be exciting, so stay tuned for the moments that will leave you speechless. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge is left in the dust by Brooke and Nick's romance in Naples. According to previews for Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Ridge's romance is upended by Nick Marone's reappearance on June 13th. Fans are raving over Brooke's new romance after seeing this startling Naples snapshot. Brooke dumps ride for Nick Marone in the astonishing reunification of Italy. When Brooke finds love in her brother's arms, Ridge's worst nightmare comes true. The Bold and the Beautiful fandom is being rocked by a shocking promotional photo that has leaked. Just when we thought Brooke Logan had reached his lowest point with Ridge Forrester choose Taylor Hayes again. The chemistry between Brooke and Nick Marone is evident in this picture, which shows Brooke in what looks to be Naples, Italy, wrapped in his arms. Everything is changed by Nick's ideal timing. The timing of Nick Marone's June 13, 2025, return to Los Angeles couldn't be more important. Brooke is finally prepared to end the pattern of being Ridge's second choice after years of bouncing between him and Taylor like a ping-pong ball. According to sources, Nick's visit resurrects all of the unresolved issues from their marriage in 2006 to 2007. Do you recall Baby Jack? Their past is deeply ingrained, and it will soon come to light in the most spectacular manner imaginable. The moment? Devastating for Ridge. He's just becoming comfortable with his relationship with Taylor when his half-brother Nick, the one man who always prioritizes Brooke, shows around. Don't hesitate. No hesitancy. Just unadulterated dedication. Fans are crazy over that picture of Italy. A picture that went viral during the show's recent taping in Naples, May 28 to 31, 2025, says 1,000 words. Nick and Brooke are supporting one another as if nothing else counts, not just standing side by side. The devastated woman who was lusting for Ridge is no longer there. This Brooke is radiant, self-assured, and prepared to welcome a future with a person who genuinely selects her. There is a great deal of disagreement among fans. Hopio Gagirl, one of the viewers, didn't hold back. It's fantastic. Ridge, you sanctimonious swine, should return to his pitiful second-choice quack. Goodbye. However, not everyone is persuaded. Jane Austen makes a good point when she says, she initially chose Nick and then acknowledged she had always wanted Ridge. Nick is incredibly foolish for falling for her falsehoods one more. The imminent repercussions. Ridge will not take this lying down, let's face it. We're all aware of the man's pattern. Only when someone else wants Brooke does he. Particularly if that someone is his own brother. The antagonism between the Marone brothers is legendary, and this new development? It adds fuel to a fire that is already raging. Taylor Hayes had better fasten her seatbelt because all of Ridge's assurances of their destiny will suddenly resurface the moment he witnesses Brooke contentedly with Nick. Have we not seen this film before? What about that scene with the ice cream that has folks talking? Even the tiniest moments between Brooke and Nick are making Ridge furious, as one ex-user wrote, I guess Ridge is not happy seeing Brooke with Nick eating ice cream #bold and beautiful. Is this retaliation or is it real? The crucial question is whether Brooke is indeed moving on with Nick or if this is all part of a larger plot to incite Ridge's jealousy. The history of the show points to both options. Nick has consistently been Brooke's safe haven, providing stability during Ridge's conditional love and frequent back and forth with Taylor. However, Brooke's history speaks for itself. How many times did she swear off Ridge and then immediately return to his embrace? This time, though, something feels different. Perhaps it's the setting of Naples. The way she's staring at Nick in that picture might be the cause. Or perhaps, just possibly, she's had enough. What takes place next? As June and July 2025 approach, this romantic triangle is poised to blow out. Will the Italian romance between Brooke and Nick result in a long-term relationship? Will the lady Ridge has taken for granted for decades suddenly become essential to his life? What does this mean for Taylor, who believed she had finally prevailed? There is no doubt that Nick Marone's reappearance is going to completely upend the Forrester family, not just Brooke's world. We're here for every dramatic, tragic, and surprising moment of the Marone brothers' epic battle for Brooke's heart. Will Brooke's happily ever after be with a man who prioritizes her? Or will the most catastrophic recurrence of history occur? Watch out, soap opera aficionados. We've only just begun this journey. Fans don't think Nick will make a comeback. Unfortunately, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, fans don't have high hopes for Nick Marone's comeback. Fans' expectations of Nick's comeback are low. This is because they don't believe Nick will be sufficient to persuade Brooke Logan that her constant pursuit of Ridge Forrester is a grave mistake. Actually, it doesn't appear that Nick will be sufficient to persuade Brooke that she keeps repeating the same error with Ridge. The internet had a lot to say about it, as our readers can imagine. I'm excited to mix things up, but I feel like they're going to play in our faces with a will they won't they that no one will ever believe, some people have even stated. They hardly even exchange a kiss before Ridge enters, decides he wants to be with Brooke, and that's it for Nick. What will happen to Brooke Logan next? Feels more like fan service than an authentic, thoughtful idea that would benefit the show, remarked another admirer of the program. In any case, how long does Jack Wagner intend to remain with the show? I don't trust the writing for his character, and he's too costly. Additionally, this comment was made, I'm not sure how to feel about Nick's comeback. A fun legacy character is Brooke. She has endured enough abuse over the past 6 months. A plot between Brooke and a younger man was something I was anticipating. Someone with her level of vitality. I then wanted Taylor to realize that she has been betting on the wrong horse her entire life and to finally move on from Ridge. I also wanted to see Ridge lose his heart. Regarding Brooke and Taylor, these things don't make sense. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there are many aspects of Taylor Hayes, played by Rebecca Budig, and Brooke Logan's characters that simply don't make sense. Regarding Brooke and Taylor, these things don't make sense. Many fans of The Bold and the Beautiful would concur that the show should have a plot in which the two plot against the Spencers and Forresters, but instead we are forced to watch two middle-aged ladies battle for a man who alternates between the two for 20 years. Many fans are left wondering why Katie Logan would even be in favor of this, if that weren't enough. After all, Ridge had previously dated both her and Brooke concurrently. The internet had a lot to say about the issue on social media, as our readers can understand. Some Brooke fans find this amusing, while others have even said, B&B is a misogynistic fest of women who grovel for men. That must be the reason behind the biannual plot of Brooke battling for her fate. Resolve this relationship triangle once and for all, commented another show critic. After that, concentrate on crafting a compelling narrative. It would be more entertaining to watch other characters. Taylor and Brooke must put Ridge out of their minds. Because they treated her better, I used to enjoy Brooke's plots where she falls for any guy but Ridge. These days, we don't get many. Fortunately, Nick will return. This is more than 30 years of the most boring LVE triangle to ever exist, was another comment. Stale characters and misogynistic prose. Quinn and Carter and the scene where Shalia shot Finn and Steffi was the last time I truly liked a BB plot. Weddings for The Bold and the Beautiful are rarely simple events. A double wedding full of surprising turns, heartbreaking encounters, and startling disclosures that could permanently change the Forrester family's lives is hinted at in the most recent plotline. CBS.com's Bold and Beautiful. Tensions are simmering beneath the surface as plans for a lavish double wedding are being made. Ever the romantic, Brooke Logan is being married to Ridge Forrester again, and Thomas Forrester is getting married to Paris Buckingham. Although the dual ceremonies are meant to represent harmony and fresh starts, the festivities could be derailed by unspoken secrets and unresolved emotions. India Times. Ridge's ex-lover Taylor Hayes is struggling with unresolved feelings. Taylor's attendance at the wedding rekindles old emotions and unsolved conflicts, despite Ridge's dedication to Brooke. As she considers whether to express her own thoughts or keep her cool for the benefit of the family, her internal conflict becomes clear. India Times. Thomas and Paris's relationship is being questioned in the meantime. Given Thomas's history of compulsive behavior and manipulative tendencies, questions are raised over the sincerity of their relationship. Thomas's relatives wonder if he is genuinely prepared for marriage or if he is jumping into it to make a point. Honoring the soap operas. Unexpected things happen as the wedding day draws near. Unable to control her feelings, Taylor confronts Ridge just before the ceremony, sparking an emotional and passionate conversation. The already stressful situation is made more problematic by her proclamation of love and her reservations about Ridge's choice to wed Brooke. Chronicle. At the same time, information regarding Thomas's prior actions comes to light, raising questions about his motivations for Paris. A disagreement that threatens to end the wedding proceedings arises from worries about his mental stability and sincere commitment. A dramatic and emotionally packed double wedding that leaves guests and relatives in shock is the result of these events coming together. Instead of being celebrations of love and unity, the weddings wind up serving as catalysts for self-discovery, truth, and possibly tragedy. The Forrester family has to deal with the fallout from the cancelled nuptials as the dust settles. Alliances change, relationships are put to the test, and the characters are compelled to face their worst fears and desires. Instead of strengthening ties, the double wedding reveals cracks that may affect everyone for a long time. CBS.com's Bold and Beautiful. The plot skillfully combines love, treachery, and redemption in typical Bold and the Beautiful fashion, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Fans are left anxiously awaiting the next installment of this captivating story as the characters struggle with the fallout from their deeds. The hot new romance between Brooke and Nick, what's next for exes? Spoilers for B&B. Romantic relationships are never really over in the wildly turbulent and passionate world of the Bold and the Beautiful, and the past is never permanently buried. As spoilers hint at the revival of one of the most passionate and contentious love stories in B&B history, that of Brooke Logan and Nick Maroon, that reality explodes back to life. Fans are speculating about what this unexpected reunion means for Brooke's emotions as well as for Ridge Forrester's future now that Nick has returned to Los Angeles. Their intense chemistry once upended the Forrester family's foundations. The romance between Brooke and Nick was anything but typical for devoted followers. It was tumultuous, forbidden, intense, and unforgettable. Viewers were captivated from the first time they shared an illicit kiss, which occurred while Nick was still involved with Bridget, Brooke's daughter. The ensuing relationship was filled with grief, betrayals, sultry evenings, and convoluted fallout, including the paternity dispute involving Brooke's daughter Hope. The sparks between them never completely dissipated, even if their love finally fell apart. Years later, a fortuitous meeting in Naples, Italy, might be the catalyst for rekindling an old passion. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that Nick's unexpected homecoming on June 13 will cause more than just a stir in the Forrester boardroom. The ruggedly attractive former sailor who is now a businessman has been avoiding the spotlight for years. But during a last-minute vacation to Naples, apart from Ridge, Taylor, and the other Forresters, a string of unforeseen business transactions puts him in direct contact with Brooke. Fans are sharing a leaked picture of Brooke and Nick laughing together in a sunlit cafe while holding wine glasses, clearly showing their chemistry. The gossip mill immediately went into overdrive. Is this the beginning of a hot new relationship that might overtake Ridge, or are they just old pals catching up? According to insiders, Brooke and Nick's meeting in Italy was more than just a chance. Actor teasers and early scripts suggest that Brooke has been subtly considering her future with Ridge for a while. There is a persistent feeling of déjà vu and tiredness every time the two attempt to revive what formerly was, even though they recently reconciled following yet another breakup brought on by Ridge's emotional back and forth between Brooke and Taylor. Brooke has grown up. She's not content with rehashed promises. She desires the kind of connection that brings her back to life, along with passion and honesty. That emotion instantly returns when you're with Nick. There's more to Nick's return than temptation. He has evolved. The irascible, careless rebel from his time at Marone Industries is no more. The Nick of today is more reserved and reflective, but he still has the smoldering charisma that made him one of the most sought-after men in Los Angeles. He no longer seeks short-lived relationships or dalliances motivated by retaliation. He's looking for something genuine. And he is reminded of what he missed when he sees Brooke again, beautiful, self-assured, and independent. According to spoilers, their reunion in Naples is a resuscitation of the kind of love that never really faded, not just a sentimental journey down memory lane. Ridge is caught off guard by the news when he returns to Los Angeles. He dismisses it at first because Brooke has always remained faithful despite temptation. However, he becomes concerned after seeing the widely shared image and finding out that Brooke has prolonged her stay in Europe. Despite their several breakups, Ridge has always found solace in the knowledge that Brooke would always return to him. However, it feels different this time. She's taking her time explaining. She isn't apologizing. She doesn't say anything, and that says a lot. Family members and friends have differing views on the matter. Reminding Brooke of the hurt Nick once caused her and the potential issues if Hope's paternity drama is brought up again, Katie and Donna show concern. Even still, they are unable to ignore the irrefutable spark in that now famous Naples picture. Surprisingly, Hope adopts a neutral position, arguing that her mother is entitled to happiness, wherever it may be. Conversely, Taylor is secretly thrilled at the news. She has long insisted that the connection between Ridge and Brooke is unstable and poisonous. Taylor might finally be able to pursue her own future, possibly one that involves Ridge once more, if Brooke moves on with Nick. There is more to the drama than just conjecture. When Nick and Brooke return to Los Angeles, they are seen together at Il Giardino, this time holding hands. Ridge publicly challenges them in a heated altercation that shakes the eatery. As Ridge accuses Brooke of betraying him, Nick stands up for her, saying she deserves better than to be Taylor's second best for the rest of her life. After being torn between two men, Brooke makes the shocking decision that this time she will choose herself. She is fed up with the tug-of-war. If she chooses to date, it will be on her own terms, not because of guilt, duty, or history. The emotional repercussions that follows is a roller coaster. Wounded and arrogant, Ridge withdraws, only to be consoled by Taylor's unwavering patience. Concerned about the scandal's implications for the Forrester heritage, Eric and Donna provide their opinions. Nick and Brooke, meantime, take their time and consider what a responsible, adult relationship would entail in the modern world. No more secrets. No more falsehoods. In a world that has always attempted to keep them apart, two people are re-establishing their relationship. The road ahead won't be simple, according to spoilers. Ridge isn't one to leave things quietly, and the power struggles start when he finds out that Nick has recently joined a significant project at Forrester Creations. Personal stakes are higher than ever as a business rivalry resurfaces. Nick's emotional journey is complicated by the resurgence of former flames, including the supposed cameo appearance of Jackie Marone. Fans should not forget that Bridget Forrester still has an unresolved past with Nick, and it is possible that she will react explosively to the news. A complex, multi-layered story arc for Brooke and Nick is anticipated in the upcoming months. Beyond nostalgia, their captivating new romance is about healing, rewriting their ending, and rebirth. This is Brooke's opportunity to establish her identity apart from her sporadic relationship with Ridge. For Nick, it's a chance to become the guy he was unable to be years ago. Additionally, it serves as a delightfully dramatic reminder to fans that no love story on the bold and the beautiful is ever really done. Fans should anticipate fervent embraces, covert meetings, and the unavoidable consequences of rekindling such a contentious flame as summer progresses. Will Nick and Brooke discover true love at last? Or will they be torn apart by the specters of their past rising again? There's no denying that Brooke Logan has had enough of being predictable. She's also about to create one of the most memorable love triangles in B&B history by taking the less traveled route. The greatest is still to come, so stay tuned. Luna is doomed. Let's discuss all the action as Luna Nozawa will also execute a fatal strategy that is likely to stun everyone. Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, will be given some surprises during the week of June 2nd to 6th, as he will discover that Sheila Sharp has been surreptitiously interacting with Luna and that Luna is now threatening to go off the deep end once more. Sheila will inform Poppy Nozawa about Luna's targeting of Steffi Forrester, so she will also receive updates on some frightening news. We'll see if Sheila approaches Poppy since she might believe that it is their responsibility to stop Luna before it's too late. According to further B&B spoilers, Luna will once more invade Steffi and John Finnegan's home, resulting in further heartbreak and rejection. Luna will get a gun and decide to hold Steffi accountable for turning Finn against her since she is more angry with her than ever. Luna will not see it that way when she places the responsibility on Steffi, even though she is the one who brought about this predicament with all of her sins. Ridge Forrester will enter the Forrester design office just as Will Spencer and Electra Forrester are attempting to kiss. Ridge will discuss Luna and how insane she can be with them after he destroys Electra and Will's office romance. She'll pretend to be innocent and try to influence Bill when she's with Luna again, but it appears he won't fall for it this time. Bill might urge Luna to leave town while she can since he thinks she's turning back into a troublemaker. Instead, Luna appears ready to remain and carry out one last round of Steffi mayhem. The only question is how much harm Luna could cause, particularly if someone else steps in to save Steffi and blocks her path. Liam Spencer may decide not to follow Dr. Grace Buckingham's treatment plan during the week of June 9th to 13th. If Liam endured the chemotherapy and radiation, he could buy additional time, but if he wastes it battling side projects, that time might not be worth much. It appears that Liam would prefer to concentrate on savoring the remaining pleasant days he has with Beth and Kelly Spencer. Then, given his quick fall, Liam might not have many of those. It's also important to keep in mind that Liam can get drawn into this Luna retaliation tale and end up in her path while defending Steffi. Alternatively, Sheila and possibly Poppy might intervene to foil Luna's scheme, but whatever happens, things will get crazy.